the virus and we're not allowed in the dressing room anymore. How you feel about that?
To be honest, it's kind of a lot to take in lately. Seems like I just saw this morning. I think it was Indian Wells that got canceled, and South by Southwest in Austin got canceled. So obviously, people are taking precautionary on health and for the right reason. So. Just, I think for us as players, we just try to be careful, follow the rules, and we're hopeful it doesn't get around the league. I think that's our main request, not request, but our hope. And just for everyone too, everyone's safety in the community here, so we kind of just playing it by ear and seeing what it takes us, but advise everyone to be careful with their loved ones, and that's where we're at.
How would you, if you had to play a game with nobody in the building, if they got to that? You've ever done that before?
Yeah, no, I've never done that. I was talking to Gaetan Haas. He was telling me that the Swiss League is canceled games, I think, until March 15th, and then they played their last regular season game. Some of the teams had to play with no fans, and some of the games were on the line. So I hope it doesn't get down to that. At this point in the season, I think, home ice with our schedule, I think it can help us playing at home. And again, it seems like there's a lot going on, and the league has have to take decisions.
Getting back to hockey, this is a team that hasn't played a lot of first place games on March 9th. This has got to be an exciting time for the team, even though there's still lots of hockey left to play, but you're playing for first place tonight. How do you feel about going into this game?
Yeah, we've come a long way this year as a team. You look where we're at in training camp and how where our team is now. Some of the addition, new guys, some of the new guys have fit in well within our group. Our game hasn't been our best in the last 2-3 games here, but good teams find a way to get points at this time of the year. So obviously the magnitude of the game tonight, we've played these guys a few times this year. They've been both good games, good intensity, and kind of expect the same tonight. So it's a good opportunity for us as a team. It's good. It's a team that's been doing well in the last 2 years in the league. So it's a good challenge for us to see what we can do tonight.
Alex, can you talk about your own game this year? Last year you were scoring 20 goals. This year you've got 10. How have you thought your game is compared to last year?
I think, there was a point last year where, I was kind of riding hot. Seemed like everything I was touching was finding back in the net at the right spot, at the right moment. So, as a player, you try to find that. Try to find ways to get back to that. I thought, the last 7-10 games, I try to analyze my game. I thought I've had my chances, and it seems like lately it's been going in a little bit more. So I think there's a stats. It's like 85% of my goals have come within 10 feet. So that's always a good reminder for me. I take pride in my job on the power play. I know sometimes you don't always get rewarded for being around the net, but try to help our unit out, and I know those guys appreciate that as well, and they look for me in different plays. So I think my game is going well lately, and it's the right time in the year. You want to be playing with confidence in March and hopefully heading into the playoffs. So that's where I'm at.
Alex, the power play is one thing, but your line had both 5-on-5 goals, got the lead last game. Yourself and James, veteran wingers, and then Jujar, just a big, heavy line. You've been on Washington. Depth is important in the playoffs. Can you talk how the game changes and how at times maybe size becomes more of a factor, in the more physical games.
Yeah, I think size helps. We're three guys that can protect the puck and hang on to it. I think just experience too. Also, Neeler's a guy that's been a lot in these types of games. Teams at this point in the year, they play tight defensively. They don't give you much. So you got to find ways to break that down. And I think I've learned some of that in the past few years. And same thing with Neeler. He's actually a really smart guy on the ice. He's got good visions on different things, how to break down coverage and things like that. So we fit well together. It's nice to get rewarded. I thought our game in Dallas was a good step last night. The other day was nice to get rewarded. So get our group, our line. Hopefully we keep going some chemistry and help the team down.
Alex, juste tu peux revenir sur la première question, sur comment tu réagis par rapport à ce qui se passe avec le virus, la fermeture du vestiaire pour les médias, comment tu vois la situation présentement?
Oui, c'est sûr, c'est pas évident. Évidemment, il y a beaucoup de choses qui se passent, que ce soit au Canada ou aux États-Unis, partout dans le monde. Donc, je pense que ce qui est important, c'est vraiment essayer de prendre soin de nous autres, faire attention, écouter ce que les gens ont à nous dire. Donc, c'est là qu'on est présentement. C'est pas quelque chose qui est facile à digérer ou quelque chose qui est dur, qui est facile à s'occuper. Donc, faire attention, puis c'est un petit peu différent là, dans les derniers jours.
Comment tu réagirais si tu devais jouer devant des gradins vides, comme ça s'est fait en Europe?
C'est sûr, c'est pas la situation idéale. Évidemment, il y a la Ligue nationale, c'est eux autres qui prennent les décisions, sont là pour la santé des joueurs, la santé de la communauté. Donc, c'est des choses on y va jour le jour. Puis, je pense qu'en tant que joueur, on n'espère pas que ça sera à ce point-là.